Well, the Court of Appeal has pronounced itself in the case challenging the election of Alfred Mutua as the governor for the county of Machakos. Wavinya Ndeti has won that particular case as the Court of Appeal has asked or ordered or ruled for another election or fresh election to take place in the county of Machakos. Remember, just earlier on, we also saw Babu Owino's win being upheld by the Supreme Court. This and more, of course, lined up for you here on KTN News Desk. Our senior political reporter, Duncan Haimba, covered both of these cases for us, but of course, it will be of interest to hear what he has to say about what next as far as this particular case is concerned. We understand Alfred Mutua has said he will be moving to the Supreme Court, so Duncan Haimba will be joining us shortly to just give us the dynamics of how this is expected to pan out in the next coming days. Of course, we'll also be speaking to the State House spokesperson Manoa Esipisu as the President Uhuru Kenyatta is expected to address the G7 summit, which will be on today and tomorrow. So, of course, we will be keen to hear why this particular summit and President Uhuru Kenyatta being there is crucial for Kenya. This and more here on KTN News Desk. Let's begin with the highlights. Big blow to Machakos Governor Dr. Alfred Mutua after the Court of Appeal nullifies his win. The Court of Appeal upholds the win of Embakasi East Member of Parliament Babu Owino. A section of members of Parliament now want Health Cabinet Secretary Cicely Kariuki to resign over the multi-million shilling NYS scam. And Burundi's President Pierre Nkurunziza stuns critics by announcing that he will not seek re-election in 2020. Good afternoon. My name is Kisa Wandera. Glad you could join us. Machakos County could be headed for another election after the Court of Appeal nullified the August 2017 win of Governor Alfred Mutua. His competitor Wavinya Ndeti appealed the High Court decision that upheld Mutua's win. Mutua, however, insists that he will challenge the ruling in the Supreme Court. A visibly ecstatic Wavinya, however, said the victory was for the people of Machakos.
These are the final orders of the court. A, the appellant's appeal is allowed and the judgment and order of the High Court given on 9th February 2018 is hereby set aside. B, it is hereby directed that the third respondent was not validly declared as the governor of Machakos County. C, IEBC is hereby directed to organize and conduct fresh elections for the position of Governor Machakos County in conformity with the Constitution, the Elections Act, and the relevant regulations. D, a certificate issued by the Elections Court pursuant to Section 86 of the Elections Act is hereby set aside and substituted with a certificate that the third respondent was not validly declared as having been elected as governor during the elections held on the 8th of August 2017. E, the first and second respondent shall pay to the appellants costs incurred before the election court to be taxed but not to exceed 1.5 million. F, the third respondent shall pay to the appellants costs incurred before the elections court to be taxed but not to exceed 1.5 million. And the third, that's G, the first and the second respondent shall pay the appellant's costs in this appeal not to exceed 1 million shillings. The third respondent shall pay costs of this appeal to be taxed, but not to exceed 1 million shillings. Those are the orders of the court.
It has come to pass what the Machakos people did. Machakos people voted, Machakos people won, and their victory was taken from them. The people of Machakos, I want to tell you today, your victory has come back to you. Amen. You voted for me, and I won. God has proven himself. The people of Machakos, thank you. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. I want to thank you for standing by me and understanding me. Mimi nilinyamaza na nikaingia kwa maombi because I saw how you were hurt by the declaration of the elections. I just want to thank God. And I want to say this victory is for the people of Machakos County. It is not Wavinya's victory, and we thank God for it.
Confirmed that indeed the declaration of results in Machakos was not done in accordance with the Constitution, and that the will of the people was subverted when that declaration was made. It is indeed a day for us to celebrate justice. It has been a long journey. We've managed to prove our case, and it's very clear if you read that judgment. It's one of what I can call a very concise, precise judgment that develops jurisprudence on electoral justice in this country. We just now look forward to the next phase of this process.
We respect the judgment, and we respect the Court of Appeal. We are surprised, and I'm very surprised by their finding, because it is very clear they totally misunderstood what really was presented before them. There are issues or facts that they look like they have contradicted themselves. And so we are not worried, because we know that we are validly elected. We know that the people of Machakos are behind us, and we are going to appeal to the Supreme Court. And as a result of our intention to appeal, we continue being in office. That means that it automatically puts a stay to the findings of the Court of Appeal. So we are still in office, and I'll continue being in office and discharging my duties. I want to tell my people that there is nothing to worry about. Nobody did anything wrong during the election period. This is part of the process.
We are already moving the Supreme Court as our constitutional rights, because there's a fundamental right under Article 38 for him to seek to be elected, and if elected, to hold office. Already, as it is, the judges have misconstrued even the analysis of the law as it ought to apply, in that they've not even considered the principle of the little man at the booth, in that when a person goes to vote and they vote, that is the primary concern in an election. They never questioned the validity of the votes. They only nullified the election on the basis of a prescribed form in declaration of the results.
Well, and still at the corridors of justice, Embakasi East Member of Parliament Babu Owino has survived an election petition challenging his re-election. The Court of Appeal this morning overturned an earlier ruling by the High Court nullifying his August 2017 election.
Asanteni sana wananchi timu, wananchi wa Embakasi timu. Wacha nipatie jenerali wa daraja Embakasi, captain azungumze, aite SG, alafu SG apatie Babu Owino. Haki inapatikana, haikupatikana. Mungu ni mwema, sio mwema. Umeona hii koti unaweza pata justice. Na mimi nataka ushukuru nyinyi watu wa Embakasi, wale wanajitolea ajili ya Babu. Asanteni, na wahakikishia kwamba hata hii pesa ambayo nimepewa na koti milioni 4 inaenda basari ya Embakasi East constituency. Mimi nawaambia wananchi wa Kenya na wananchi wa Embakasi East constituency, hii vita tumeshinda. Mungu ametusaidia na tumeona chenye mahakama imefanya. Mahakama ya Court of Appeal imetusaidia.
Well, so our senior political reporter Duncan Haimba was at the Court of Appeal earlier on when these rulings were being made. He covered both cases for us and now joins us live from our city center studios. Duncan, good afternoon. Of course, a day full of emotions for those who are heavily involved in these particular cases. Let's just start with the case of Wavinya versus Mutua. What do we expect to see in the next coming days?
Well, Akisa, Governor Mutua has said that they will be moving to the Supreme Court with the immediate effect. Of course, he made us believe that he had already done so, even though he had just walked out of the courtroom. However, his lawyer, his advocate, said that is the step that they'll be taking going forward. So Governor Alfred Mutua has said he will be moving to the Supreme Court to seek redress on the matter. However, on Wavinya Ndeti's case, she has said she is ready. She's inviting Mutua that they go on the ground and square out the matter with finality. Remember, this will be the third time that the two will be meeting at the ballot once again. They did so in 2013, they did so in August, and with the Court of Appeal upholding Wavinya Ndeti's appeal that went against the High Court ruling, which had upheld Governor Mutua's victory, it essentially means if the Supreme Court will uphold the Court of Appeal decision, then for the third time they'll be meeting at the ballot in the by-election that the court has ordered. Therefore, Wavinya Ndeti says she's ready and she wants Governor Mutua on the ground. They sort out the matter once and for all with finality. Whereas for Governor Mutua, he says he'll be moving to the Supreme Court to try and seek stay orders. In the meantime, as he continues discharging his duties, he says that he has a big assignment in 2022 and therefore wouldn't want to deal with a smaller seat in 2022. He will be going for a bigger seat, a high office. Whatever that means, we can't actually be able to interpret, but he says he is determined to seek redress at the Supreme Court.
So even as we just await to see, of course, that case head to the Supreme Court, from what you say, the lawyers of Alfred Mutua have said, you've also admitted that this is a battle that has been between these two rivals since 2013. Whichever way this pans out, what will it mean for the people of Machakos?
Well, Akisa, I didn't get your question at the tail end, but of course, if I got it right, what this basically means, remember that after going against Kalonzo Musyoka's tide, or going against the grain, that is the wiper, in August, Governor Mutua had sort of proved that another party in the name of Maendeleo Chapchap can challenge the clout, the wiper clout in the larger Ukambani region. And therefore, if at all the Supreme Court will uphold what the Court of Appeal has declared, then this will mean a serious political battle of Maendeleo Chapchap versus Wiper. And the Wiper team, led by Makueni Senator Mutula Kilonzo Jr. was there, Dan Maanzo. They've said that they want to be proved wrong this time round when they go back on the ground. Willis Otieno, the advocate, remember that Wavinya Ndeti was being represented by, among other, Senior Counsel Ahmed Nasir, Abdullahi, the Grand Mullah, and Willis Otieno. They've said the only wish is that officers who are involved in August 8th that have led to where the matter is as we speak, they should not take part in the next election. Therefore, to Wiper, they are saying they are ready to prove a point to Maendeleo Chapchap. Therefore, if it will be going back to the ballot, then we expect a serious political storm in Ukambani. Maendeleo Chapchap, in as much as it's Maendeleo Chapchap, basically it was an affiliate of Jubilee Party. So we are not so sure whether Jubilee Party will come out in support of the affiliate one, Maendeleo Chapchap, or Governor Mutua will be a man on his own with his Maendeleo Chapchap party versus the Wiper party machinery, that definitely they will be seeking to prove a point that they indeed have a political clout. They call shots when it comes to politics in the larger Ukambani region. Akisa.
Right. Definitely a matter of wait and see. And of course, the political battles, lines are being drawn. Duncan Haimba, senior political reporter, speaking to us there live from our city center studios with regard that case, the annulment of the election of Alfred Mutua as the governor of Machakos. I want us now to take a short break. When we get back, our reporter Julie Owino is at the Lee Funeral Home. Remember, the bodies of the 10 who died in the aircraft crash, the Aberdare Rangers, are at the Lee Funeral Home. The viewing is currently ongoing. and of course some DNA tests also being done. Julio Owino will be giving us more details, and Patrick Amimo is also covering Parliament for us. Of course, the committee investigating the distribution of fertilizer and of course the importation. He'll be giving us more details on that as well. Let's take that break. We'll be back with more. Don't go too far.